You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want: unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa. So, welcome everyone. Good afternoon here. It's almost 3 p.m. in Europe and I think somewhere around the continent as well, most of the countries. So I want you all to join me this afternoon or this morning or this evening, wherever you're watching in, because today, as we can see, is a special day. And today is the day where the world is celebrating a Happy Mother's Day or celebrating a Mother's Day. And so I thought it's also a responsibility for us to, not just because we keep this day as a special day just to celebrate our mothers, but because it is the day that we have to keep reminding ourselves why that word mother. So when we talk about our unity and the unification of Africa, so we talk about Africa as Mother Africa, the cradle of humanity, the cradle of nature. So we want to remind ourselves the importance of us always celebrating mother, the word mother. So today, like I can see, the whole social media is shut down, with Happy Mother's Day, sons celebrating their mothers, daughters celebrating their mothers, husbands celebrating their mothers and their wives because they are mothers to their children. And it's all surrounding the aspect of love, of celebration, of unity and connection. So, but one thing that struck me today that actually made me to come live, not just only to celebrate this day with us, is the way we are embracing our mothers, the way we are showering them with love. Today on my social media space, in all the handles that I'm connected on, I could see, pictures, beautiful images of people celebrating, Africans really, really celebrating their mothers. And I think, yes, this is the spirit that we have to adore. Two things that I want to bring to your attention very quick today, because I'm really going to be short on this broadcast, because it's all about, like what I said, celebrating our mothers today. Is we see most of the decisions that all of us make is due, some of them are actually triggered by our mothers. If we see Africans, actually like the migrant Africans or Africans anywhere on the continent at home or abroad, most of them going through some challenges, is because they always say, my mother, I have to take care of my mother, I have to give back to my mother. And so we see even artists in the past, most of the songs, when Africans are celebrating their mothers, they're always talking about the pain of their mothers. They always remember the suffering of their mothers. But this is a time where it is not just only, it's not enough to just celebrate our mothers through the pain that they went through to bring us into the world and all the challenges that they've gone through. We know that all these incidents are happening, or all these challenges are coming up because of the way we grew up. Most of us, men, women, girls, boys, saw the kind of relationships that our mothers were into. We saw the kind of families that were being groomed, the challenges that they went through, what the African mother particularly had to go through, what the Black woman as a mother has suffered in life through slavery, through colonization, through all sort of abuse. Like we say, the face of poverty is the face of a mother, of an African mother or a girl child. And so today, when we come out to celebrate these days, we begin to reflect. We begin to really get intentional on the purpose of celebration today. so that any energy that we're sending out there should actually not just be shallow minded, not just be posting because you post, but there are many questions that are still surrounding us and challenges that are facing our mothers. Are we addressing these challenges? There are most women today that are victims of war, mothers, not just when we say women. I don't even know why they put women, because all women are mothers. All. Mother doesn't just mean you nurture a child and you bring out a child to earth or to this creation. But mother is just a creation itself. Mother is a co-creator. And we all know from scholars, from every research and studies and publications that have taught us that the creator is a Black woman. Don't argue with me. Argue with the scholars. Argue with the researchers. The creator is a Black woman, is a mother. And that's why they talk about Mother Africa. That's why they talk about Mother Nature. That's why they talk about Mother Creation, or the creator of humanity. Yes, of course. So when we talk about mother, you don't just look at the space of a mother that nurtured you for 9 months. Of course, that's the physical process, but it's everything inclusive. Why we embrace our mothers today, why we shower them with flowers, why we go out to celebrate. Let us remember those mothers that are still going through the challenges because of systematic racism, because of what we say, effects of colonization and enslavement, and the mothers on the continent that are still really being murdered and killed, like in the southern Cameroons, like in Uganda, like in every other places where we have wars. Our mothers are targeted. Our girls who are mothers of children are also targeted. So while we celebrate, we remember them. We send an energy of love our mothers. We should be intentional, get intentional, like Mama Bello said at the One Africa conference. We every intention we put out there is an energy. So while we celebrate these days, we have to make sure our intentions are clear on the purpose of how, why we are celebrating. Yes, we can post the pictures, we can throw the flowers, we can post the hearts and everything, but be intentional. Look at the mother. Look at every woman. Look at your wives. They are mothers. So if you are celebrating your mother and you're the kind of a husband that beats the wife, that murders the wife, that betrays, that hurts, then you ask yourself, because a man, just like a woman, I'm particularly focused on this day of mother. So men, our kings, don't get upset, because on Father's Day, we're going to give the same message to our queens. Okay. So a man, we know, has three mothers. We know he has the spiritual mother, who is the mother of creation of humanity. Then we have the physical mother as the mother that actually brought you into the space. Then we have the third mother, who is your wife. These are the three essence of motherhood in a man's life. It's the same thing in a woman's life when it comes to father. So we get intentional about these things. If I celebrate my mother that carried me, my physical mother, and I'm mean to my wife, who is a mother to my children, because when you beat a woman, you're beating a mother of a child that you had with. It's the whole sequence. Like I said, let's get intentional. Let's not just talk about throwing the flowers and everything. Let us reflect. Remember, we are a conscious corner. We are people that are looking for solutions that addresses our challenges. It is okay that we celebrate and pour flowers, and a lot are going to go out on the street today to dance and celebrate. Most people are wearing, Mother Day's costumes. A lot, particularly the continent, have print out colorful, beautiful clothes. But the question is, you can wear all those clothes, you can go out on the street, but look at the problem, the situation that our mothers are still facing. A lot of young boys today and women are drowning at sea, leaving the continent of Africa. One of the greatest reasons why they are coming out is they always say, I want to take care of my mother. I'm coming out to look for greener pastures for my mother. I want to make sure my mother has a befitting life. Some just even come to make sure that their mothers are really buried. You know, format where we throw all kind of flowers and parties and everything in the name of celebrating our mothers. And so a lot of people go through a lot of pain. Girls who actually do some kind of professions or jobs that they didn't intend to do if it was not for their mothers. So that key word mother is very essential to our lives. We have to think as we celebrate our mothers, as we honor them. We're not the ones to hurt them. We're not the ones to hurt the daughters. We're not the ones to hurt the girls. And so it is also an essence of the part of celebration. So I want to wish you all out there that are celebrating this wonderful, beautiful day, that you reflect and you be intentional. That while we celebrate our mothers, you hug your mothers, you kiss them, you give them flowers, you give them chocolates, you make tea for them, you massage them, you throw them out balloon parties and stuff like that. Beautiful all. Remember one thing. Every other single effect or a vibration is also a consequence of another one. So I want to wish you a happy Mother's Day as you celebrate your mothers, as we celebrate Mother Africa, as we celebrate the queens and the princess and the daughters-in-law and our mothers-in-law, all our grandmothers from all the generations that have gone. Let us remember those that died for us. Let us remember those that actually were enslaved. Let us remember those that were murdered. Let us remember those that are still constantly being killed in the streets of America, in Caribbean, on the continent, in Europe, everywhere, the Black woman. Let us remember them as we celebrate this day. So I want to wish you a wonderful day. I had to take up some calls, but the challenge out here is we should be running down at it just in 20 minutes to close this show because of some technical reasons beyond our control. So, but I want to thank all of you that are signing in, that are also here with us to actually celebrate this day. So celebrate your mothers, embrace them, love them. I mean, like no other. Just like we're talking about our unity is inseparable. It's the same thing. And remember, we are not agenda oriented. If I celebrate my father, it's just like in our we are one. In spirituality, we are one. That's even just not gender in it. So don't just look at the physical mother like us in this format, yes, but actually look at your grandmothers. We have seen horrible situations on the continent where our people actually, address their grandmothers as witches. We've seen because of this miseducation, because of too much mix up in our cultures, we begin to actually, bewitch, as I can say, bewitch our own mothers. A grandmother can never hate you. A grandmother can never bewitch you. Your mother can never curse you. Everything that a mother wants for a son, a daughter, the children, the universe is just, that's the reason why she actually, took that pain, nurtured you, brought you into the world. She would have done that long ago. So please let us detox our systems from all these colonial mentalities and all this, I cannot even say this this witchcraft that has come into us and make us look at our mothers as witches. We still have villages in Africa today who burn their mothers down in daylight, in public, and they make pictures and they share it. We still have them because some other brain damage is there telling you this woman is a witch. No, our mothers are goddess. And that's why we suffer the pain of all these curses. Because when they cry, when they're in pain, it affects us. It affects our unity. It affects our progress. It affects everything about us. It affects our health. So please let us relearn. Let us study our history, our own story, as a matter of fact, to understand that the Black woman is a God. And that Black woman is in you. It's your mother. It's your wife. It's your daughter. It's your daughter-in-law. It's your mother-in-law. It's your sister. It's your sister-in-law. Today is that day where we shower the mothers, where you look at your wife and see your beautiful mother, because you're my mother. because it's the mother of your children. Because your children look at her as a mother, like you look upon your own mother as a mother. And so when we begin to connect and reflect, think, and honor ourselves and honor our mothers, our sisters, our queens, we shall be blessed. We shall be added. We shall be multiplied. We shall create and recreate and co-create more spaces for the Black woman, mother of humanity, Mother Africa. So we worship her today. We honor her today. We bless her today. We shower her with all the love, with all the praises. If anything had ever been in your heart that you had against your mother, that you had against your wife, that you had against your daughter, that you had against your daughter-in-law, that you had against your mother-in-law, today is that day when we say beautiful May. Beautiful May brings everything that is uniting, that is unity, that is connecting, that is abundance. If we were 2 years back before COVID came to contaminate us with love in the Pan-African sense of it, so we know who we are today. So we know our sense of direction. So we know why we are mothers. So we know why we are queens. It's the same thing for us mothers, that we begin to reflect that when the universe is looking at us and they are showering us those praises, how do we react? So it's also a call to our mothers. The more they give us the love, the more they give us the responsibility to act, to unify, to build. When they call you mother, it's a call for responsibility. And so I want to pray. I want to bless all of you. Those of you that still think I haven't given enough for my mother. And those of you that are crossing the Mediterranean seas. Those of you that are under all sort of terrible jobs because you yearn to please your mother, because you yearn to bless your mother. I know a lot on the continent from where I come, from my village, from all our villages, who look at their mothers and they cry because their mothers are not of the standard that they wish, and they do all sort of crazy things. The boy child, they are the closest to their mom's heart, we all know, and they will do everything, sacrifice everything, go through every pain to please their moms, to bless their moms, to love their moms. We all know that. And us mothers, we do know, and we appreciate you. So I thank all of you that have been posting, sharing, sending bouquets to celebrate us also, particularly Pan-African Daily TV family here have been posting to the whole today. Oh, happy Mother Days to our queens and that. You see, that consciousness of the African getting up to recognize the Black woman, the Black mother, the Black queens as their mothers, to celebrate them is the spirit we must embrace. It's a spirit we must keep. It's a spirit we must continue to grow in it. And we must continue to nurture our children to love Mother Africa, to love Father Africa, to love the creators, the co-creators of the universe. So us mothers, why we take the credits today, why we celebrate, right? Why we collect all the flowers, all the everything, we should remember it's a whole responsibility for us to build the Africa that we want, like mothers of the nation, to come together, to be the frontliners of change, of transformation, to cry out a cry of peace on the continent and say no more war, because it's our children that they're killing. It's our people that are hurting. And mothers like us that know the pain of what a child means, of what creation means, of how we nurture them, we have to be the frontline soldiers. We have to all stand up. We have to march from street to street and say we don't want any war anywhere on the continent or in the diaspora. It is the mothers that create these monsters that begin to kill their own people, that are coming and bringing things that we never ever created on our continent. We mothers must stand up and say no. When our children are killing one another, we don't begin to bring politics in it. Mothers that are women, that are mothers of presidents, must stand up. Mothers that are mothers of political leaders must stand up. Mothers that are mothers of great speakers and influencers must stand up. So mother is not just only carrying the sacrifice, the love from our children. But mothers are mothers that are warriors to talk to their kings, to talk to their leaders. Women that are married to presidents, to leaders, to political decision makers and influencers. Talk to your sons and your husbands. Stand up on the front line. It doesn't matter whether you're staying in all this, whatever thing you call mansions, or you think that you're being protected. You are a mother of a nation. You are a mother of creation. There's no politicking in motherhood. There's no discrimination in motherhood. And so when they shower us and happy Mother Day to us, it is a responsibility for African mothers, Black women, to unite. We are known to be always against each other, but that's the past. That's how the enemy wanted us to be, always be against each other. So they say we don't support each other. Oh, you see, mothers cannot work together. Oh, you see, everything they do is just quarrel and argue. They can't even support one another. Oh, you see, they're just jealous. Oh, you see all that. No. I say no. It's over. Mothers support mothers. Queens support queens. Daughters for daughters, because we are one. Inseparable. So I want to thank you. I want to encourage you. I want to motivate you today. Yes, it is a beautiful day. Go ahead while you celebrate your mothers. And as mothers, why we hang around today, to enjoy the celebrations that our children, that our sons, that our daughters, that our kings, our husbands, our sons are pouring upon us. It is a time for us to reflect. How do we want to build the Africa that we want? When are we going to rise up and go up and take ourselves and position ourselves and say, no, it's enough, it's over? It takes mothers to build a nation. It takes mothers to heal the wounds. It takes mothers to bless, to be out their children. If you're a mother that have joined politics and begin to play politics, ask yourself. If you're a mother that your politics is only to, to discriminate, or mothers that are tribalistic, ask yourself, what kind of a mother are you? Because mother is a crown from the Creator. Mothers don't discriminate. Mothers don't know hate, because you can create what you hate. So it's also a responsibility to us. And I challenge all of us women, mothers of the nation, Creator of the universe, to put out a sign and a symbol from today as we celebrate, as our children celebrate us. When they bring you those flowers, ask, are these enough? What are they bringing for? What have I done? It's not enough just to amass. It is enough to unify. So if you're a mother, you have to teach your son how to treat the daughter-in-law, how to treat their wives like they would treat you. If you're a mother that is discriminatory, that is hateful, then you know this day, ask a lot of questions for yourself. We have to unify. We have to build. We have to love. So I want to thank you. I want to celebrate you. And as you go out, please remember us. Pray for us. Bless us. Because the task and the mission that we've been given, the purpose that we are at the front line is not an easy one. We need your support. We need our sons that are soldiers, our kings, our husbands. We need you to accompany us, to bless us, to push us ahead, to cover us, to protect us, so that one for other and the other for one. So I really want to thank you. I know, yes, the video quality is so poor. I don't know why. I don't know why. I cannot explain, but we all do know that the message is more important, not the messenger. I told you a couple of times here, okay? The message is important, not the messenger. Forget about my video, forget about how ugly I look, but the message is what I want you to get today. It's what I come to bless you, which I get from your ancestors, from the Queen Mothers, from the Ya Asante Wars, from the Harriet Tubmans, from all the Queen warriors that have gone through pain, that have been killed, to tell you today, Mother, stand up and heal your nation, heal your children, and the world will be a better place again, particularly for you, Africans and Blacks and melanated. the marginalized, those targeted. Stand up, women. Stand up, mothers. Thank you so very much. Bye. We'll see yourself then, probably on Tuesday. And I wish you a happy celebration wherever you are today. Remember, we have a nation to build as mothers and us as a collective. Thank you so very much. Bye. And like I say, enjoy your day. Celebrate, throw all the flowers. Remember, we are here to heal. Bye-bye.
You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want. Unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.